Okay, so first I'm going to show you the threads that I have. I have two different blues because some of the badges are different colors, and then I have a gray. So the two blues are for any of these badges, like the rank badges or anything like that. So any of the rank badges or the camp badges or these badges, level badges. The gray over here I have for the squadron badge, so that matches the outside of the badge. So make sure that you get a color that matches the outside of the badge where you'll be showing. So first I'm going to take my two blues and see which one matches first. If you don't have these colors, then make sure you go out and get some because it's really important. So it looks like this color matches the best, so I'm going to use this color to sew my badge on. It's important to get the color to match as close as possible because it does look invisible if you do a good enough sewing job and if you have a good enough color. So since my badge is already pinned on, I don't have to worry about the placement anymore. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to start wherever I want, so I think I'll just start at this corner. And actually first I'm going to open the cuff so I have a lot more arm space. And I'm going to start at the bottom. So I'm going to start at a corner so I just remember where I started. And I'm just going to stay on the outside of the badge. So this is where I'm going to stay. I'm not going to go in the middle of the badge where it's nice and flat. I'm going to go where there's a lot of sewing already and I won't have to worry about the thread that I'm putting in showing up as much. So I'm just going to go on the outside and then as close as possible to the edge as I can. So if you can see, I'm just going along the line here between the tunic type fabric and the thread type fabric, and I'm just putting my needle in between that. So right on the seam I'm putting my needle in. And then I'm going to get as close as I can to the outside, so I'm only putting the next needle in on the tunic. So it's going to be through the tunic, but as close as I can to the badge as possible so it doesn't show up on the tunic. Make sure that it's nice and tight and you don't have any loose threads anywhere. And if you make a knot with the thread, try and get it out as much as possible. And if you can't get it out, you'll have to start with a new thread because so when you get to the end, you could just tie it off with the other thread. And make sure that you tie it underneath and not outside of the badge, or else it's gonna look really bad. And then you can cut the end. So as you can see, it's barely even noticeable. You can barely even see the sewing. So, and then you'll just put it back on the person and make sure that it's straight again. And it's good.